Welcome to class, everybody. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we're going to be using our speaking. Okay, more than anything, this is going to be a speaking class. We're going to be answering questions mainly about cell phones. The other topic that I chose for the hour is society. So we'll talk about the things that we like, the different functions and whatnot that we like about our cell phones, which cell phones we like, if there's any problems with cell phones, things like that. And then also similar questions when talking about societies and whatnot. Okay. So if you want to have the group of questions that I'll be working through, this is the first one here for cell phones or mobile phones. Okay, and then if and when we get to society, I'll throw that one in here as well. Very good. So we have Daniel, and how about Mohammed? How you doing, Mohammed? Welcome to class.
I'm fine, teacher. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Good to see you again.
Yes, good to see you too.
Okay, Anatoly, how are you?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you.
Very nice. Good to see you again. We also have Amparo. Hi there, Amparo. Welcome to class.
Hi, teacher. Thank you.
Hi there. And we also have Jenna. Hi, Jenna. How are you?
Hello, Chad.
Hi there. And no more bats?
I didn't see the bat for an hour already, so I think it should be gone.
Okay. All right, excellent. That's what we were all concerned about. Good. I'm glad you were able to join us here in class. Okay, you guys, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go. And if you'd like any Tabsine, okay, this is a great medicine. Let's see here. Let's start off with Mohammed.
Yes,
And Mohammed, first question right here. What was life like before mobile telephones came along? Okay, can you think of how life was before that time?
yes. It was harder than now, teacher.
Okay, in what respect?
Yes.
How was it harder?
Connection with people who wasn't like now. Now we can communicate with each other easier than before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we can talk to each other easier. It's easier to access each other.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So before it wasn't as easy. Yeah, you had to call the home phone or whatever it may be. Okay. All right. Very good. How about let's see, Jenna? What do you think?
Yes.
What was life like before mobile phones came along? How did people talk? What did people do? Mobile phones are so much. They're part of our days now.
I think before the mobile phone, did we use the pager? And also people tried to mail the actual letter to the people.
Yeah, that's true. I remember the pager. Did anybody in class have a pager? I didn't have a pager. Some of my friends did. They thought they were very cool, but I never had a pager. I went to high school when cell phones weren't in high schools yet.
That's kind of beeper, right?
Yeah, it's a beeper. Exactly. Yeah, a beeper. Oh yeah, that's a beeper. Oh geez, man, that reminds me of high school. That definitely does. Okay, very good, Jenna. Thank you. And let's see, our next question number 3. Heidi, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good. Heidi, what would your life be like without your mobile phone these days? I'm not talking about in the past, but let's say your cell phone breaks and you've got to send it in to get it fixed, and it's going to take 2 weeks, okay, to get it back. What would your life be like?
I don't think my life is not change. Because I had a cell phone. No cell phone. What? I forgot. No, it had a lot of functions. Then when I turned on the cell phone, the battery ran out quickly. Then
Okay.
I didn't use such many the functions. So 3 days ago, I went to the company, telephone company. I already removed my cell phone. I don't have cell phone anymore.
Oh, you don't have a cell phone anymore?
Yeah.
Really? Well, look at you. You're part of the new age. So, do you use your laptop or your
Laptop and the home telephone.
There you go. There you go. All right, back in the early 2000s, right? Back in the 90s, really. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you. And Daniel, how about you? What would your life be like today if you did not have your cell phone?
Everything will be the same thing. I'm not dependent of a mobile phone.
Dependent
Actually.
on.
Dependent on a mobile phone, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Not
All
at
right.
all.
Well, that's good. That's good. What do you usually use your cell phone for?
Just to call, and I like to use some applications. I have an iPhone.
Okay. Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Let's go to Anatoly. Anatoly, our next one here. Oh yeah. Can you remember your first mobile telephone? Your first cell phone? What was it?
It was, I don't remember title.
Okay.
It was a big device,
All right.
and it was very interesting and unusual to have this in that time.
That's true. Uh-huh.
And after the cost of telephone calls became cheap, they became so useful. But back to the previous question, it is not so necessary device, in my opinion. It is convenient, of course, but we can live without it, without any problems.
Okay. All right. Well, some people think so. Some people think not. I know people that would have a panic attack if they did not have their phone. And yeah, they're addicted to it. They love having it, and it's part of it's an extension of their hand, right? Okay. Let's see here. Amparo, do you remember your first cell phone? Okay. When did you get it, and what was it like?
I don't remember exactly the date, but that I suppose was in 2002 maybe,
Okay.
and it was a blue one. Yes, it's a little thick.
A little thick. All right.
Yeah.
Like all cell phones were at that time. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And not cheap inside.
Uh-huh. And how did you feel when you first got it?
Yeah, excited because you can be in contact with everyone in real time, and you don't have to expect to go to your house or to any place to get a phone. So that was
Okay.
a big advantage.
Sure. Okay. All right. Yeah, my cell phone I got right out of high school. I was moving away. I was 17, and I was like, you know what? I need to get a cell phone. And so I went down and I got one for myself. It was very big and very expensive, but I felt very cool. It was like it was the Nokia whatever biggest cell phone they had at the time. It was massive. That was in like 1999. That's when I got my first cell phone, right after I graduated. Let's see. Mohammed, how about you? Do you remember your first cell phone that you got? Okay.
Yes, teacher.
When did you get it? What was it like? What did you feel like?
Uh, my first mobile phone was that black one, which has no camera. Do you remember it, teacher?
The black one without a cover.
Yes, it was Nokia.
Yeah, the Nokia, like the typical Nokia phone. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, I got it from my grandmother, teacher.
Okay. Uh-huh. And
Yes,
how did you feel?
uh, I was playing games on it every time, you know.
Every day.
Yes, I
Okay.
was playing, that fishing game when you
Yes, the fishing game.
hit the fishes,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Okay. And so you were playing games and you really enjoyed it. Yeah, the Nokia 1100. Yeah. Okay. Very good. Thank you, Mohammed. Let's see. How about Jenna? Jenna, do you remember your first cell phone? What was it like? When did you get it, and how did you feel?
The first cell phone I have,
Yeah.
it was the time when I was the first year in college.
Hmm.
My parents finally agreed to give me a cell phone. I was really happy. I was asking them for years, and it was
Yeah.
a flip phone. And the only function you can have is basically just calling someone and
Okay.
messaging someone. And there's other calendar, but you don't really need it. So yeah, I
Was
mean,
it?
go ahead.
Do you remember the Razor? It was the Motorola Razor. Did you have that one, or did you have a different kind?
I don't really remember it anymore because after I get my first cell phone, I lost it. The first year I got the cell phone, I lost 3 cell phones.
Oh,
I don't
no way.
remember. So yeah, and finally, I got the worst one.
Uh-huh.
It was Nokia, and it was really old. And my parents decided that's the cell phone you got because you lost so many cell phones.
Definitely. Definitely. Okay. All right. Good. Let's see here. Let's go to Daniel. Daniel, do you remember the first cell phone you got? How did you feel? When did you get it? What was it
Yeah,
like?
a Nokia 1100.
The 1100. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty popular cell phone here. I used to
Sure.
play soccer with it. I
Uh-huh.
mean, that was the ball.
That was the ball, exactly.
That was kind of
It's so big.
undestructible cell phone. Really, really. You can throw the cell phone, throw out the cell phone like for the 5th floor to the ground, and it's gonna survive. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Very good. And how did you feel when you first got it?
Well, I felt so good. I think that's like, hey, I have a cell phone, so I'm cool. My cell
Yeah,
phone
exactly.
rocks.
Exactly. Yeah, it was it's also like this feeling of freedom. You're like, "Oh, I'm free. I don't have to go home and answer the phone. Yeah, I'm free." Okay. All right, very good. Let's see here. So, Anatoly, are you happy with the mobile telephone you have now? Why or why not?
Yes, yes. Now I use iPhone, and I found that it is very convenient. I can not only communicate using that phone, but also I can read news, and
Hmm.
I tried also participated in Verblen classes using my smartphone. It
Hmm.
is not so convenient as on the desk using desktop, but it is also okay. I like it.
Okay. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, I was actually reading the news on my phone right before class. Yeah, that's one of my favorite functions on there, just reading the news. Okay, Amparo, are you happy with the telephone you have now? Okay, why or why not?
I don't use the cell phone too much, just for the message with my family, with my sister, for example, that live abroad,
Uh huh.
um, for calls. But more than that, not too much. It's just sometimes for check my email when I don't have my computer on when I am not at home.
Okay.
But not too much. The applications or uh, something like that. Just I have my music there.
Mhm.
Then there what more? I have a translator there also. But
Okay.
no, no, I don't have too much. I
Okay.
don't.
All right. All
Mhm.
right. Very good. Very good. Let's see here. Let's go to Mohammed. Mohammed, what are your favorite functions on mobile phones? What are your favorite functions? You can talk about applications or the things they do. Okay, anything like that. What are your favorite functions?
Uh, it's digital web page, you know.
Okay, being able to be online.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Any
Teacher,
other functions that you like?
no, teacher, I want to tell you something.
Okay.
You know, now I don't have any mobile phone. You know why?
Why?
Last time I went fishing, all my it dropped on the water.
Oh no.
All I put all my money and my worms and my bubble in a sack on the bag, and when I grabbed them out of the bag, they dropped on the water.
Oh no, that sucks. So you lost everything.
Yes, I
Oh
went
no.
home. I went home on my feet.
Oh no. That's terrible. That is terrible luck.
Yes.
Wow. Well, hopefully you can get another one soon, or I don't know, because were you out in the middle of the sea?
Yes. I I was on the bridge in the middle of the sea.
Oh no. So it dropped from there and just plunged right in. There's no way to get it. Oh
The
wow.
shortest the fishing ever.
Yeah. Well, now the fish can make long distance phone calls. All right. Well, hope that's a terrible story. Hopefully you're able to get some new things here soon. All
Yes.
right. Let's see here. Okay, but what were your favorite functions, Mohammed?
It's web page.
Just web
You know.
pages? Okay. All right, very cool. How about you, Jenna? What are your favorite functions on cell phones? Applications or the things they do, whichever one.
The favorite function on mobile phone for me is the messaging application.
Okay.
I really like WhatsApp, and for Chinese version is WeChat, and you
Mhm.
can use them to send free text message to your friend, and also you can send the pictures and even the voice text. It was really awesome. It was
Oh,
really
that's
good.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I like doing voice text. Those are cool. Those are cool. All right. Any other applications that you really enjoy using?
Other application. Like MP3, I don't need to carry. There's some application that you can play music, so you don't need to
Hmm.
carry two things. So in my phone, I can have MP3, I can have everything I want. So it was, yeah,
Okay.
something that I like.
All right. Great. Great. Thank you, Heidi. How about you? When you had a cell phone, okay, what functions or applications did you really like about it?
No, I don't like cell phone so much.
Okay, and not even when you had it, you didn't have any applications that you really enjoyed.
So I didn't use my cell phone before. Then I removed it.
Okay, all right, very good. How about Daniel? How about you? What functions do you really enjoy using on your phone?
Well, the applications, for example, I have the basic ones like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Skype, WhatsApp,
Uh-huh.
things
Yeah.
like that. I don't like it for music. I also have, for example, Sigic. I use it like a GPS because I don't like Waze. I hate Waze actually, and I have a lot of aviation apps too, and some games.
Okay.
I really have a lot of applications, like 100 applications. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I can't handle having too many. If I don't use it in a month, I usually get rid of it. So
Do you have
sometimes.
an iPhone, right? No.
What's that?
What kind of telephone do you have? What kind of
The iPhone.
smartphone?
iPhone.
An iPhone 5?
Yeah.
4?
No, I'm about to get the iPhone 5.
5S, right?
Yeah. 5S in the next probably 2 weeks or so, something like that. Yeah,
Nice.
because mine I just have the 4 right now, and it's running really slow with iOS 7, and so and I mean it's not terribly slow. It's okay, you know. But I got my wife the iPhone 5C for her birthday a while ago, and it's just ripping fast. It's awesome. So I'm like, phew, okay.
And do you like Galaxy? Samsung Galaxy? No.
No, I don't like that. Mainly, I like the iPhone because I've got MacBook, I've got the iPad, and everything just syncs really nicely.
Yeah, you're a true Apple customer.
Yeah, I don't have to think about it. It just does it. Bing.
Nice.
You know,
Nice.
so yeah. Even though I mean, there's cool things with the Galaxy with the larger screen or whatnot, but for me, I mainly use my phone and whatnot for the news and for business stuff. And so I used it a lot of times with creating ideas or whatnot when I'm just sitting and thinking, or emailing. I use email more than I use text. You know, that's what's just so interesting to me about WhatsApp. It's just like, why use that when you have text or even email? But I guess it just makes it a little easier for everyone to use. But I don't know, whatever. Yeah, so that's why. Okay.
Yeah, like Amparo said, maybe your wife is gonna give you the cell phone as a gift on the Father's Day or something like that.
Maybe, I don't know. We'll see.
Fingers crossed.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. Yeah. All right. Let's see here, Anatoly. You talked a little bit about reading the news and whatnot on your phone. Do you have any other applications that you really like, or any other functions with the phone that really help you out?
Yes, it is very convenient to download news using a special application like New York Times, Washington Post, BBC, CNN, NPI, and after that we can read articles offline. It is very convenient. And next, very useful for me feature using dictionary. Dictionary and application for reading. I use Goodreader, but Goodreader I use mostly with iPad. But my dictionary, which is I add to the dictionary words during the reading, because it is very easy to copy and to paste it in the dictionary and to create the flashcards. And after my iPad synchronize with my iPhone, it is very convenient to study words using that flashcard on iPhone during the riding, for example.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. Yeah, it's cool. It sounds like you use it for a lot of learning applications and whatnot. Okay. Very nice. And let's see, Amparo, your favorite functions, is it mainly just like WhatsApp or something like that, or do you have other favorite functionalities with your phone?
Yes. WhatsApp, yes. I have opened the all day Facebook, but it's not that something that I use frequently to upload status of pictures or something like that. It's unusual that I do that. So
Okay.
more for WhatsApp, yeah.
Okay, very good, very good. Okay, let's go to this question here. So, cell phones being dangerous. Okay, Mohammed, do you think mobile phones can be dangerous or are dangerous in any way?
Yes, teacher. Uh, I think using mobile phones more than usual hurts my nervous system, you know,
Okay, how so?
uh, because it sends rays, right, to the
Okay, like
body cells, to the body cells.
radio, yeah, radio waves.
Yes, it to the body cells,
Hmm.
and
Yeah,
that would be
I don't.
dangerous.
I don't know much about that. Does anybody in class know much about the radio waves, or have you read any studies about that? If they're, um, extremely dangerous or whatnot? Does anybody know?
Um, I heard about I heard from the article saying that if you always having your cell phone around some area, so you're prone to get cancer at the area. So it's better for you to keep it somewhere. Don't put it in your pocket.
Okay, all right. Looks like I'm gonna get like. I usually put my cell phone in my back left pocket, so I'm gonna get butt cancer. It looks like probably. uh, anybody else? Have you heard any other pieces of information about the radio waves or whatnot affecting your body?
Well, there are many studies about that, but nothing concrete yet. Some people said yes, they affect the people in the same way that they accuse to the microwave. But there is another scientist that say that it's just a small quantity of waves that is going to affect you too much. Yeah, so this is just how
Okay.
to say. Mhm.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. And let's see, Heidi, can you think of any other ways in which cell phones can be dangerous? Heidi, you are muted.
Sorry. And nowadays, people can use a cell phone in many ways. For example, like debit card. They can pay money in a convenience store or anywhere. Then after the same time, they withdraw their bank account, the money.
Mhm.
So if they lose the cell phone or stolen the cell phone, it's very dangerous.
Sure. Yeah. Especially if someone can get the password or whatnot, they can get to someone's whole entire life, right?
Yeah, and people put a lot of information in their cell phone, the friend name or telephone number. If they lose a cell phone, they don't know the friend
Sure.
name, the telephone number or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And all right.
You remember the cell phone number.
Yeah,
Telephone
that's a big it's a big problem. Well, I think it may be a big problem. So instead of stealing wallets now, people might just steal cell phones to get information on you. Not only the fact that the cell phones are really expensive, right? But you can get people's banking information and things like that. You know.
Mhm.
So okay, let's see here, Daniel. Can you think of any other ways that cell phones may be dangerous?
Yeah, a realistic one. Actually, I have read about an article that states that a woman has died because she was answering the iPhone 5
Mm-hmm.
while the iPhone was charging.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yep, she was electrocuted. Electrocuted, how do you pronounce it?
Electrocuted.
Electrocuted, yeah.
Wow. I have not heard of that. That's interesting.
Yes, it is.
Was it a problem with the phone or with the grounding of the electrical, like the electrical wiring in the house?
Yes, I suppose the second
I
one.
don't know. I really don't know the reason.
Yeah, I would imagine it was a grounding issue. So when you put the wires and you're connecting them to the outlets, you have a third wire that you have to wrap around a nail inside the electrical box. And if you don't do that, then it's not grounded anywhere. Then the electricity just wants to go straight to the ground. So if there's a surge of some sort, it'll shoot right through you and try and make it to the ground.
Yeah, but actually they are not responsible of that.
Really?
Actually, they did say that, for example, if you throw an iPhone into someone's head or something like that, they are not responsible for that. If you kill
really?
a person with an iPhone, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The family of that person was so angry about that. So.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. I'm thinking of one more way. Anatoly, I'm thinking of one more way that cell phones could be dangerous. Okay. Let's see if you can guess what I'm thinking here.
Maybe
Okay.
addiction.
Addiction might be not necessarily dangerous, but the addiction, yes, the addiction to answering the phone or text messages, whatnot, while doing something. What might be dangerous when you're answering your phone or texting or trying to answer a text message when you're doing something? What would that thing be?
Maybe we reveal our private life because it is easy to find, to read.
Okay. How about when driving?
Yes, during the driving, yes, it is dangerous also.
Okay. There's I don't know if you guys have seen it on YouTube. There's a Volkswagen has a video that's out right now of some people that are in. So it takes place in Hong Kong, and so what happens is that in the movie theater, right before the people are going to watch the movie, they show the commercials, right? Well, this is a commercial for a car, and so someone gets in the car, and it's on the screen. It shows the windshield and the steering wheel of this VW or the Volkswagen vehicle, right? And it's going right. Well, over on the side, there's the Volkswagen team, and they have a device that sends a text message to every phone that's on in a certain radius, okay, or a certain distance from this machine, and they press a button, and it sends a message to everybody that's in the theater. Well, what do? They reach in and they grab their phone. Well, when the people are reaching in and grabbing their phone, the video on the screen, the car swerves and crashes into a tree, right? And it's like with the sound of a movie theater, so it's like, right? It's like huge. The people like freak out, and then a sign comes up and it says something like, next time you get or think twice next time before answering the phone while driving, or something like that. It was a really, really effective message. It's kind of interesting, but that's one of the things in the United States that they're trying to stop people, talking on the phone, texting while driving, because it's just as bad as drinking and driving, right? Okay, let's see here. Let's go to. Hi, Ken. How you doing?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Okay, next question is for Amparo. Amparo, are other people's mobile phones annoying? Maybe if you've ever been around someone that where their phone is going ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding.
Sometimes in classes, when we are in classes, it's annoying when they have the microphone open and the sound of the, I don't know, I think it's a Samsung. And yes, that is annoying. When you are on the movies theater.
Yes, movie theaters.
Oh, yeah.
That's the
or
worst.
when you are at the church,
Yes, especially like if the pastor or whatnot, he gets up there and he reminds everybody before everything starts, make sure to put your cell phones on silent, okay, or turn off your cell
Yeah.
phones so it doesn't bother the meeting. But no, every time someone doesn't listen, right?
It's also when you are at a funeral and someone
Yeah,
has a ringtone that is a dancing song. So what is appropriate?
exactly.
Yeah, terrible.
Okay, all right, very good. All right, let's see here. Okay, next question is for Ken. And okay, Ken, do you ever worry about other people listening to your mobile telephone conversations when you're in public?
Not so much because I don't talk such an important thing on public.
Okay,
So I don't care so much about it. Kind of, you
okay,
mean back my telephone or something like
all
that?
right.
Uh-huh.
No, like so for example, me, I do the same thing. Whenever I get a phone call, I hate talking in front of people. I hate it. I hate
Yeah, me
talking in
neither. Yeah,
lines.
right.
I hate talking in like if I'm at the coffee shop or something like that.
Yeah,
When I'm in a place where I think that I might annoy other people, I usually leave. I
yeah,
go
eh,
someplace else and I talk on the phone. Number
yeah,
one, for respect, and then number two, I don't want them listening to my conversation.
yeah. That's embarrassing. Yeah, listening, talking my private talking on public. Yeah,
Hmm.
so I usually leave somewhere. Not so many people around here. The place, not so many people around there.
Yeah, you go to a
Yeah.
quieter place. Now,
Yeah.
have you ever had an experience with someone, more than likely a teenager, where they decided to answer their phone in a public place and start blah 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 blah, start like
Yeah, I
gabbing?
often see that. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
how does that make you feel? Does that make you feel uncomfortable?
Kind of, I say, I think, wow, they can do that. Surprising. Yeah, I just surprised. I cannot do that, talking for example, somebody talking while they are passing through how can I the cash register, you know.
Oh yes,
They are paying
that's
on
the
the
worst.
supermarket and they are talking. Wow, I am surprised. Wow, they can do that. I
That's
cannot
the
do
worst.
that.
I hate waiting in lines. Absolutely hate it, and it's the worst. Well, luckily, my bank that's here in Costa Rica, they're not too bad. But
Mhm.
in Honduras, oh man, that going to the bank in Honduras was like if you wanted to torture me, you would take me to the
Um,
bank and wait in line for an
mhm,
hour. Oh
mhm,
man. And then luckily though, in those places you can't take your cell phone in. But here at the grocery store that's down the
mhm,
street, people use their cell phones all the time in line. It drives
mhm,
me nuts because it takes forever. All I want to do is buy my stuff and go home. I don't want to sit in line forever. All right, let's see here. Mohammed. Mohammed, do you ever worry about other people listening to your mobile telephone conversations?
Yes, I do when I talk about something personal, right? Uh,
Yeah.
teacher, someday my uncle, when I was young teacher,
Uh-huh.
my uncle was talking to his wife, and I was trying to listen, and
Okay.
he was really annoyed,
Sure.
and I think he has the right because it's religionally wrong and right.
Yeah, it's not polite. It's not polite to listen to someone else's conversation. At least that's what I think, you know?
Yes, yes, but that's
But
when
I
I was
also
young.
think it's polite for that person who's talking to leave and find a private area, you know?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Now in Egypt, is it common for people to talk on the phone in public and be really loud about things?
Yes, they speak loudly on the streets when they are walking. this
Okay.
this phenomenon is common in Egypt, you know.
Oh man. See, and I was planning on moving to Egypt. I guess I can't now. Man. Okay. Very, very good, Mohammed. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go to Jenna. Jenna, let's see. What would you do if your date spent more time on his mobile phone than he spent talking to you?
I think everybody will feel annoyed. Sometimes I go out with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a girl. So the entire time she was with me, she
Mm-hmm.
was texting at the same time. She constantly looked down to her cell phone and
Mm-hmm.
texting to her boyfriend. And I felt really annoying because I was talking to her and she didn't pay attention. She just like what you're doing right now. Mm-hmm. Yes. And that's everything
Yes.
I get from her. And that's what I hate the most. If you don't want to go out, just stay home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why whenever I go with my go out with my wife, we put our cell phones away. We sit and we have a nice dinner, so we can actually talk to each other and laugh. That's what we did today during lunch. We were laughing and having a great time. You know, it's the conversation that I think is lacking. Okay. Let's see here, Heidi. Do you see this much in Japan, where people are sitting around a table and no one's talking to each other? They're all on their cell phones.
Yeah. I see such thing a lot of times. For example, couple sitting in a coffee shop, but they never talk to each other. They are looking at telephone screen.
Wow. And what do you think of that? Do you think that's okay? Not okay? Can we do anything to change it? What do you think?
I don't know what their fun about that. I don't know. Maybe they enjoy another function, the game or something. I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you think it's healthy?
No, I don't know. And even in the train, people are watching the screen. They don't talk to each other. Very quiet. Very weird.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, even I mean, just anywhere. I mean, most people tend to be looking down at a screen. Then they feel more comfortable looking at a screen than actually talking to someone. It's very, very strange these days. Okay, thank you. Let's go to Daniel.
Yeah.
Daniel, do you think schools should ban mobile cell phones?
A school is like a high school, right? And
School can be anything. It can be the elementary school. It could be the junior high, high school. It could also be a university. We use school for all four.
well, in elementary school, I think yeah, because otherwise the children will develop some kind of bad habits or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna grow like machines or something like that.
Okay.
They're not going to develop social skills or things like that, and that's
All
very
right.
important.
Okay. All right. And do you think I gave I did a class a while ago with some other Japanese students. We talked about this, and I had a picture. And the picture had about 20 students. 90% of them were looking down at their screens during the middle of class. Okay. Do you think the education is suffering, or the learning is suffering because people are taking cell phones to school?
Yes, indeed it is. I think for sure,
Okay.
because they are not concentrating on the teacher on the whiteboard or the blackboard.
Mm-hmm.
They're not paying attention to the things that the teacher is explaining. They're
Okay.
just looking for unuseful conversations, useless conversation. Sorry,
Mhm.
useless conversations.
Sure. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Anatoly, what do you think about this? About banning cell phones at school? Do you think that there's ever a moment when a child or someone at school should be able to have a cell phone?
I tend to agree with previous opinion because the best way not to ban it, but for uh, children in the early age, I think it is possible. Could we imagine when very little children, instead of listening to teacher, um, they could use devices for playing in games. So many attractive applications they could use that it could distract them.
Sure, definitely. Um, I think the distraction is the biggest part, and why we're getting more and more. It's like my little sisters. My little sisters cannot write. Like their handwriting is horrible, and their spelling is horrible. And the two main culprits, I think, it's not cell phones specifically, but cell phones have a part in it, like texting and whatnot. But it's computers. It's autocorrect. All right. So when you're spelling something, okay, or when you're typing something, typing an email or a text on your phone, it autocorrects it. All right. So all you have to do is get close to the word, and then it'll fix it. It'll fix it for you. Okay, and then their handwriting. There's certain things that we just don't practice anymore, and so their handwriting is atrocious, right? Let's see here. Let's go to.
Can I also add something?
Yeah.
Can I also add something? I think other than the issue that students not going to pay attention, there's also rising issues about students got robbed in the school, because a lot of students, they're having cell phone costs hundreds of dollars. So a lot of time they're just holding the cell phone, walking the hallway if the school is lacking security. And there's other students, if they're coming from a low-income family, they probably just grab the cell phone or stole the cell phone from their classmate, because you're holding hundreds of dollars. You're open for invitation. Just get the hundreds of dollars from me. And also another issue is you also stir trouble for privacy. You know how easy someone can take a snapshot of someone and post it in the internet. And also I know it creates a lot of issues. You can do whatever you want, and sending those offensive pictures or doing something to the teacher, this is another thing that we need to concern about.
Exactly. That was one thing. States, and I don't know if it's like this in your schools. I haven't been to high school outside of the U.S., so I don't know. But we have locker rooms where we change when we go and play sports and stuff like that. We usually have teams, or when we go and play PE. Okay, but we usually, or at least I did when I was younger, we would take a shower after we're going to PE. So we'd go run and get all sweaty, play football, this, that, or the other. Then we take a shower, switch into our clothes or change into our clothes and go home. Okay, well nowadays, yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay, anybody can grab a cell phone and take a picture of you while you're changing. You could be standing there, in the middle of, the most awkward position, putting like your underwear on, right? No one looks awesome when they're putting underwear on, right? You're just like, oh, especially like when you just get out of the shower and your skin is wet, right? So there's all these, there's ridiculous pictures that are sent around, and it makes kids feel horrible, especially if they're like super skinny or if they're overweight. Okay, pictures like that make people feel horrible about themselves, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Amparo, question number 10 down here. From what age do you think children should be able to have a cell phone?
I think from 15 years old, it's okay. Before that, I think it's unnecessary to give them a cell phone. If your children most of are at that age, they have to go to any place with their parents. If not, they must be at the high school, and it's supposed that if the girl or the boy have any trouble, this institution is supposed to call their parents. So they don't have any necessity for having a cell phone.
Okay. All right. That's a pretty pretty good age. I would probably bump it up to 16 because that's when, in most cases, kids are able to work. And or at least in the United States, 16 is the working age, right? Where a child can go and get a part-time job after school and work, 2 or 3 hours, something like that. If they want to, they can work 10 to 15 hours a week and make some extra money, right?
Well, here it's not usual to work after you finish your high school, but that is 18. But
Oh, really?
yeah, but if when usually 15-year-old is the age that it's a big party for the girls for the so
Yes.
that is why usually that is one of the gift that they prefer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's interesting. I had I've been working since I was 12. But once like mowing lawns and stuff like that, but like working for someone else and actually getting a paycheck right when I was 16, first thing I did, went out and got a job. And so yeah, I went to school, but it's also a little different. That's the thing that I don't understand sometimes. Like here, they get out of school at like 5:30 in the afternoon. Like, why do you get out so late? When I was in school, I would get out of school at 3. And so I had time to
But
go and
what
work.
time you enter to the school?
I went to school at 7.
And they?
7
They start
till
7?
3. What's
No,
that?
but you said that in Costa Rica is different too.
Oh, Costa Rica is
5:30?
crazy. Yeah, Costa Rica it's crazy. They go to school at they start at 7 the first shift. So yeah, it's crazy. So it's like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. For example, my son, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he goes from 7 until 12:40. Okay. Tuesday and Thursday he goes from 12:40 until 5:30 at night. So they alternate. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is.
It's ridiculous the way that they do it,
Yeah.
But anyway, so okay, very good. And Ken, what do you think? What age do you think children should be able to have a mobile phone?
Yeah, I briefly checked the age. Here, most people have begun to have mobile phone from 13 to 18. So yeah, probably. But if it is necessary, they can get the soon kids get to confirm the location or to the urgent call because nowadays public phone are not so many on the street. But usually maybe such a age span is proper to get mobile phone.
Such age what?
13 to 18.
Okay, 13 to 18. Okay, yeah. In my family, in my little family here, if they want one, they can go out and get a job and work for one. And so, that's how our rules are. And so my kids are kind of freaking out. They're like, "How am I going to be able to save up enough money? Work more?" So yeah, that's what I tell them. So yeah, they complain a little bit because like my daughter, she's 8. She says that there's kids that are at school that have iPhones that are 8. I'm like, what is a child that's 8 years old gonna do with an iPhone? Seriously, I mean it's just crazy. Anyway, very good. Thank you guys for coming in. I didn't know if we were going to spend the whole time on cell phones or if we were going to use Society, but it looks like we did. So that is great. Thank you for your ideas and your thoughts and comments. It was great hearing from all of you. I'm going to take a break until, let's see, probably I don't think I have any Saturday morning classes or like classes. So yeah, Saturday night. I'll be back Saturday night, okay?
Thank
All right, you guys.
teacher.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for coming in. We'll see you.
Yeah,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.